First day I was in podiatry school, somebody came in and wrote on the door, on the blackboard, primum non nocere. We're all wondering what that means. It means, doctor, first, do no harm. Don't make the gait cycle worse. And this was even when patients were getting better. Well, they asked me to come and speak at Georgia State, which is kind of like walking into the lion's den. They've made their career proving that foot orthotics don't work. At the end of my lecture, they said, interesting, let's go to the gait lab. They were so impressed with what they saw, they started 6 research projects, 4 have been completed. And they write me this letter. We're finding in general that wearing sole supports does seem to shift pressure onto the first ray during push-off. We've not seen this shift onto the first ray from other custom-molded orthotics we've used in prior studies. So if customs and prefabs are basically the same, you only have 3 choices. You can continue what you're doing. In other words, you could continue dispensing orthotics that are no better than prefabs and calling them custom. Or you can go ahead and switch to prefabs. Why not? Save your patients some money. But wouldn't it be better if we could shift our paradigm? What do I mean, shift our paradigm? What I mean is put together the things that you already know and observe in a new way. I'm not going to show you something here that you don't see every day in your practice. But what I am going to do is I'm going to completely destroy the pillars of traditional podiatric biomechanics, which are casting in neutral position, neutral plaster suspension casting, rear foot and forefoot posting, and cast correction. First, you have to ask yourself, if you're going to study biomechanics, what is the major deforming force on the human body? Turns out it's gravity. I was at the New Jersey Podiatric Medical Association meeting. I was having lunch, and there was a sign over where I was eating. It said, gravity. It's not just a good idea. It's the law. The average person we know takes 10 to 15,000 steps in a day, and the foot is how we interface with gravity. It's how gravity interacts with our body. So that imbalances in the foot are going to affect the entire kinetic chain. I always like to start out by defining my terms. And we're going to start with the cardinal body planes. Firstly, the sagittal plane divides us left to right, and the mid-sagittal plane divides us in half. The frontal plane divides us front to back, and rotation around the frontal plane you could see in the screen. The transverse plane is the plane of the floor and divides us top to bottom. Now, how does the